Good morning, everyone. It's Molly, the Kush RN, your host of Conversations with Kush podcast. It is day 2 of NECANN in Minneapolis, and let me tell you, day 1 was amazing. So many great conversations, and today we have a full pack lineup for you as well, so stay tuned for all that content. Today, I'm sitting down with a very good friend, Jen Randolph Reise, North Star Consulting. She's going to tell us about her accelerator program and get us up to speed with where she's at with that. So welcome, Jen.
Thanks so much, Molly. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, we're circling back. We did a full recap of the accelerator program back in September, and I'm really excited to see how that's really rolling out for you. And
yes, I'm excited to be here. The accelerators had a great year. I'm proud to say we're beating the odds.
Yeah.
Our goal was to help small operators open compliant and successful businesses, not waste time making mistakes that other people had already made. And I think the proof's really in the pudding.
Yeah.
We've got 7 open dispensaries, 3 open cultivators, more behind them coming up. And that power of community is really helping everybody rise together.
Truly. So for the people that don't know about North Star Consulting, let's give a little rundown of the accelerator program, and you can kind of explain it for folks.
Yeah, sure. So big picture, I'm trained as an attorney, and I started as an attorney in this industry like 3 years ago, helping people, on a one-to-one hourly basis like attorneys do. Quickly learned that's too much money for folks especially who are in a pre-revenue phase. But they still need the real compliance and business guidance that I can provide as a startup lawyer and an expert on Minnesota licensing stuff.
Right.
So here's what I figured out, is that we can switch from something like personal training to group training. We can do this together as a community, which makes it cheaper for them and also more fun.
Yeah.
And then we also have access to each other and each other's learning in such a way so that we are moving through this difficult process of opening up businesses in Minnesota's license industry, which nobody has ever done before and nobody really knows how to do.
Right.
But we can do it together.
Yeah. What I really appreciate and love about the landscape of the industry here is this collaborative feel, right? We see so many collaborations happening. We see the Guild, and we see the Women's Collective, and we see the Accelerator, and I met some other folks at this Flourish event last couple of days, and wow, like nobody knows how to pull it together like some Minnesotans. It's like a potluck, right? Like literally. So.
And Minnesota women, I would say, especially, right?
100%.
I am so proud of what we have done to be able to share information with each other and be open to a type of collaboration that respects that we are different businesses and we maybe have different goals, but we are not enemies.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. The elbows are a little bit less sharp.
Exactly.
In those circles.
Yes. And so the accelerator takes that kind of to the next step.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of what we are doing together. We've got a lot of great people in there.
I know you are, and as you should be, and just the way you're the community building. I love that. So
thank you so much.
Yeah. So what have been some of the challenges that people face through the accelerator and now as they're moving into like launching their businesses, and how is that all coming about?
Oh man, yeah. Well, as all operators know, it's been a rocky road. Some of the challenges we've been facing in the past, say 3 months, have been a lack of supply. The tribes have had some supply for us. We're starting to see craft cultivators finally coming online. Testing delays have made that whole process harder than it would otherwise have been, but we're also getting some new testing labs open, and I'm hearing good things about the new labs. I was actually just talking about that with somebody.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to see that pressure ease a little bit as well. Another problem that people have had is finding suitable property and being able to secure that property and build it out within their budget.
So that's kind of continued then, because I think that was an issue the last time we spoke, So that's a challenge. How are people overcoming that?
Some of it's just elbow grease, which I
Sure.
really respect. There are so many landlords that are unwilling to rent to cannabis. I actually have one member who has gotten 90 no's
Oh, wow.
from landlords.
Oh, my gosh. How demoralizing, right?
And yet she continues.
Okay,
right?
let's go.
And last I talked to her, they had put in an LOI on a property that they were excited about. So
Awesome.
I'm hoping that the right property is waiting for them
Yeah.
right around the corner, and then they're going to be ready to move really quickly with
Yeah.
the next steps. Now they're very clear on what those are.
Sure.
Cultivators have had a hard time finding property as well.
Okay.
And of course, you got to get your property nailed down and built out before you can submit those FPORs, final plans of record, to the OCM.
Right.
Have the OCM come and inspect, and then finally plant. And so right now, as we sit in late May, we are up against, are we going to be able to get outdoor cultivation in the ground?
Sure,
And
sure.
so that's a pressure that I'm definitely seeing in the market
How
right
has the dealings with the OCM been? Have they been fairly smooth and quick processes, or is those gears grinding a bit slow, or?
Yeah, we're right at the end of the legislative session,
Yeah.
and that always creates a really interesting push-pull with
Sure.
the legislative and non-legislative priorities. It gives us an opportunity to talk to OCM, but also they're a relatively small team,
Sure.
like the rest of us are,
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least
yeah.
for a government agency. And so everybody's stretched a little thin during
Yeah,
session.
yeah.
One of the things that I hope that OCM will change is to decrease the size of the testing sample.
Okay.
Like Legends told me yesterday, the testing sample is more than they need. That's wasted money
Right.
from the operator's perspective, right?
Right.
They can't sell that, whatever they have to send to testing. And then the testing lab has to store it. So they don't want it either, she said.
Right.
So we're hoping that OCM will accept a detailed scientific proposal that the Legends Testing Lab helped put together,
Okay,
saying
awesome.
the testing sample only needs to be this much, please.
Sure. Let's stay on that same thread then. What are
Yeah.
some key things that you'd like to see maybe move through legislation and maybe tweak or change or overturn even, that would really help the small business person?
Yeah, you bet. Well, I could talk about what may pass this session because
Yeah.
the legislature is going until midnight on Sunday.
Right,
oh my
right,
goodness!
right.
But it's all going to be out of date
Countdown.
by the time.
That's okay. We want to hear it.
Well, one of the big things that they're debating at the legislature is streamlining
Okay.
the medical and adult use supply chains.
Right.
They have been extremely separate. You have to grow medical flower in separate places as medical flower, sell it as medical flower, and that distinctness means that it's too expensive for small
Sure.
operators to
Yeah.
generally
It's like
grow
two,
both or
two
sell
whole
both.
grows, like
Exactly.
completely different. So
Exactly.
yeah, I get it.
And so we've been trying to streamline that so that smaller operators can be part of the medical supply chain, which should be good for both the operators and for patients to have more choice,
Indeed.
more
Thank you.
competition
Thank
in
you
the
for
market.
mentioning patients.
Patients are
Yeah.
really important to me, actually. I'm in
Yes,
this
good.
market because
I know this,
my
yeah.
kid developed a condition at 15.
Right.
Medical cannabis is what gave my kid their life back.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud to say they're graduating from the U of M on Saturday.
I love that.
That's tomorrow.
Congrats.
Is
Oh
that
my
tomorrow?
gosh.
Oh my God. Yeah. What a week. It's
Big
been
ups
such
to
a week.
them. Yes, that's awesome. What a way to top it off.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I care very much about patients and want operators to be able to sell medical cannabis. Among other things, consumers want to not have to pay tax if they can avoid it.
Right.
And so that's an advantage of buying in the medical program.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that we'll be able to streamline the supply chain. It's become this enormous compromise because what happens is once you start saying everybody gets to sell or grow medical cannabis, then that affects the med combo license that
Right.
our legacy medical operators got when we passed HF 100. So the compromise proposal on the table creates what's called a new macro license.
Okay.
That the med combos would become macros.
Okay.
And much of the discussion has focused on we want to not have very many macros.
Sure.
And also, can people move in the future between tiers? Can micros apply to become mesos? Can mesos apply to become macros?
Got
And
it.
on what kind of time frame and how many of those would be allowed to do that? So I'll be doing a full breakdown in the next
Awesome.
newsletter of
Oh.
exactly what came out. There's an old saying about the legislature that watching the legislature work is like watching sausage being made.
Why? I don't know what that means, but it sounds interesting.
Grinding and yucky.
Yeah, right?
Right? And so, yes, the sausage is being made right now, and in 2 weeks, I will be able to break it down for folks. Okay, here's the compromise that got through.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but here's what we now have as the law.
Okay.
Some of the other things that I'm watching are there was a proposed ban on single-use vapes, which most operators are pretty concerned about. That's a top customer product category. So Soda Can and others have opposed that and are hoping that's not in the bill. And there are some fixes that we really need to see, including allowing people to change their form of ownership from an LLC to a corporation without that canceling their license.
Big
which
deal,
is
yeah.
how the OCM is reading current law right now.
Okay.
And that's a problem as people, take in investors, move forward in their businesses. As a corporate lawyer, I was like, you guys, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, right?
Right?
Yeah.
This
that should be easy.
Yeah. And so, so we have to go to legislature and get a fix for that.
Yeah.
And for some other things as well.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we've talked about challenges. Please share a story or two about the wins of your accelerator people. I really want to hear this. I think the community needs to hear this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, just recently, one of them shared with me that they had gotten through the whole process to get some of the funds under the CAN Startup Grant.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I'm so excited to hear. We have been waiting for those funds from the state, which were allocated back in 2023, to get all the way to operators, and they're loans. They're like non-predatory loans because it's so hard to raise capital in this industry, especially as a small operator.
100%.
And so I have a team that's 2 women entrepreneurs, and they've got some of that money to help them finish their build out and buy inventory.
Love it.
Yes, super excited about that.
Girls.
Another win. Bridgewater Bank told me yesterday that they think the accelerator adds so much value that they are much more excited to work with people who are in the accelerator, even to the point maybe we should give them a free month or something like that, because
that's dope.
We're helping people avoid the kind of compliance problems that otherwise bankers and others are worried that their clients might have, right?
Yeah.
One thing the accelerator does well is be a source for people's questions, and also provide education so that people find things that they didn't realize that they didn't know.
Right, yeah. So you're educating your folks so well and helping them get their financial plans buttoned up so that when they take it to a bank, they're like, yes, we'll give you money. So I love that. Yeah, I love that.
So really proud of their success, and it's kind of proud mother hen moment a little bit.
I want to stay on that thread too, because I want to talk about the educational platform that you have. In the accelerator program. So tell us about that. I think that in itself is so much value.
Thank you. Yeah. So we meet every Tuesday at noon for an hour on Google Meet, and that gives them a chance to ask me or each other whatever the heck has come up that week, right? I have a question about something deep in the FPORs or something that came up in inspection, etc. And then half to 2/3 of the time we have a guest speaker. So someone who's educating, for instance, Mark Waller came and talked about the impact on taxes when we recently had the surprise bifurcated rescheduling announcement. What does that mean? What should people be doing with that, if anything, if they're not selling medical, right? And so, as an operator, sure, you could pay Mark and get some of his time and whatever. They didn't need to do anything extra. They just showed up to our regular Tuesday meeting. I'm trying to platform things that are right of this moment, to help people keep moving forward efficiently and feel like they understand what's going on. I also do so much education in my newsletter. And that's something that I've been doing for almost 3 years. It's free to subscribe. It was so nice to walk around NECANN yesterday and have a bunch of people tell me, your newsletter is my main source of information about what's going on in Minnesota cannabis.
And always fun stuff in there too.
Oh, good. What do you like about it?
Well, I love the you're talking about events, and you're just out there again trying to promote people and really just encourage community, and I love that about you.
Thanks, Molly. I appreciate that.
One of the things I wanted to say about the Schedule 3, I had a conversation with someone a couple of days ago is now for money-wise, like this will open it up for people to be able to use their HSA card or their FSA card now to purchase their cannabis, right? So even further mitigating the burden of expenses in healthcare. So I was like, yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yes. Insurance always moves a little slower than the law and is a little more risk averse.
Yeah, we have.
But I would like to see that for sure.
I would too. So.
And I think the CBD pilot in Medicare is also a step in the right direction. That has started.
Yes.
Even though it was challenged by prohibitionists, they didn't manage to stop it from starting. And pleased to see that moving forward too.
Yeah, big things to come with Schedule 3. I'm interested to see how it's going to play out, and I feel like healthcare is finally going to get their little shining moment. So
yes, everybody's talking about patience and the importance of patience.
Yes, which is so critical. So yeah, it makes my heart happy.
Yes.
Anything else you want to share about the accelerator, or why people should come on in and join up?
It's really powerful to be part of a community that is trying to accomplish the same thing that you are accomplishing.
Yeah.
And so whether folks are working towards opening or have already opened, because after you've opened, you continue to have a slew of new challenges, right? We've helped people navigate finding supply, dealing with vendor problems, dealing with POS going down or the payment system going down, and now finding customers.
Sure.
Right now, there haven't been that many dispensaries in Minnesota, but pretty soon, customers are going to have a wide choice.
Yeah.
And it's going to be important that our craft dispensaries communicate their value to the market as locally owned, as selling craft, as having superior customer service, etc.
Right.
And so I'm excited to help the small operators that we've been working with figure out how to communicate that value to consumers. We've already started doing some advertisements together.
Yes.
We did an ad together in Bloom.
Okay.
And I think that there's more of that to come as we move forward.
Your team is perfectly crafted. You have you with the bones of like how to do SOPs, and then you have your other team members that can come in and really help you understand how to curate a beautiful customer experience. And so, man, hats off to your team.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been doing some training as well. Actually, that's one thing I also should have said.
Yes.
I've been, as my dispensaries have opened, then I can go and help train their employees on compliance and Minnesota law, and also can train them on customer service.
Exactly.
And that's been a really powerful training to help kickstart people's success.
Yeah. So day 2 of NECANN, what are you looking forward to? What's been the reflection so far? I know you have a bunch of panels coming up.
Oh my God, I'm on 3 panels back to back today.
You're not going to have a voice.
It's so insane. Yes. So I'm on at 11 with Veronica Alfaro and Jamie Croyle. And Bridget Pinder
awesome.
Of Ground and Gardens.
Powerhouse ladies.
Here. Yes. And then I'm on at noon with Calandra Revering.
Oh my gosh.
And Elaine, who's the head of Connect Up.
Yes.
So also a powerhouse.
Yes.
And then at 1, I'm talking about the hemp THC industry. You and I haven't talked about hemp THC, but of course that's also near and dear to my heart.
Me too.
And a big topic of the newsletter. What happens as we head towards this federal ban coming in hot in November?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be talking about that with Robert Kaiser of Earl Giles and also Bob Galligan from the Minnesota Craft Brewers Association.
Yeah.
I got to speak to their conference a couple of weeks ago, and that was a great crossover, bringing cannabis in that room, and now we're bringing hemp into the adult use room we've got going on.
Keep that hemp drumming, because we need hemp to be here and to be accessible to patients. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Wow, standing in the room with giants, my girl. Look at you. I love this.
Thank you.
As you should be. Yes, you are phenomenal. You are really making your mark in this industry. I think you're just a kind person. Every single time I interact with you, it's just like love. And I see you. So,
thank you, my friend.
Thank you for your work.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's it. Day 2, starting off NECANN. Stay tuned for all the great content we have coming up for you. Peace.